everyone. So today's topic is a little bit different. Today's topic is about free speech and freedom of expression. And while there are a lot of people trying to shut down freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and they're of course trying to shovel straight from the back end of the bowl into, well, down your throat, the fact that you're listening to this right now means they haven't succeeded completely. One of the biggest issues with censorship is that you legally mandate that people lie. And I know the actual intent is probably to really force them to hold certain things in their belief systems, in their minds, in their hearts that they don't believe. The thing is, the person who believes what you want them to believe and is saying what you want them to say, even though they are free to say something else, they are the person who you can have a reasonable expectation believes that. The person who is saying, I can't legally say X, Y, and Z, and I'm mandated to say A, B, and C, that person is going to lie to survive because they're not going to have a choice. And one of the problems with this, aside from just the fact that last I checked, at least 3 world religions and probably more explicitly forbid lying, is do you really know where you stand with these people? If that doesn't bother you, it absolutely should. Just in one context where I had been watching some YouTube channels by Canadian YouTubers who I thought they really did a good job with their topics. They had some really good tips, but they also were going off on tangents on some things I truly did not agree with, and I definitely did not appreciate them going off on. When this happened one too many times, I first severely curtailed my watching of their channels, and then eventually I stopped altogether. However, one of the things that really bothered me very quickly after having made those decisions was I actually turning off these channels because I was hearing things these people who were creating these videos did believe or things they didn't. Now, while I would have ended up turning off their channels either way because I don't want to hear it anymore about that one topic, I will say that in this case, it's a good illustration as far as being able to trust people goes. It's really easy to assume that because somebody says something, they believe it. But the reality of it is when you start getting into the question of, do these people have free speech? Would their business be punished by some kind of governmental policy or from a platform's policy if they didn't express certain views? It becomes worth asking the question, are they saying things they believe because they are mandated to in order to, 1, make a living, or 2, just simply not get in trouble with the government? Either way, the fact that this is even worth asking a question about is a really serious problem. And let's say you're the person who you would have watched those same videos and you would have been cheering every word they said. You not only would not have turned off those videos, you would have been binge watching them 20 times, and you would have set your phone to do some kind of spammy thing just so they could make the money because you believed so strongly in what they were saying. Please don't do that, by the way. But if you are that person, I want you to seriously consider, even if you love what you were hearing, because those people are in an area where they don't have free speech the way we do in the United States, do you believe they believe what they're saying? Or did you ever stop to consider that maybe they are saying what they're saying because they are concerned about losing search result rankings or losing likes or views on social media of any type? Yes, I'm including YouTube under that heading. And they might also be concerned about government entities saying because you haven't shown enough support, it's not enough that you don't oppose this agenda. You actually have to show support for this agenda, even if you believe that it's immoral and wrong, because put simply, you are dealing with a situation where not only has the government tried to mandate that thou shalt not believe anything else, but also they have gone so far as to punish businesses that don't toe those lines. Look, every person who's been to high school, college, I think even middle school this happened in, where they've been required to write some kind of paper or essay saying that this is what needs to happen and this is what needs to change, but they are being told the topic you are required to write about is in favor of something that you know is wrong. In that instance, all you did was you either took a hit on your grade or you maybe got into a little trouble with the school, And I was the person who at one point, I even went so far as to write out a disclaimer saying that the words I was writing on the paper were only due to a mandate, and I knew full well that they were nothing short of an out and out lie. And boy, I am trying very hard to be polite about it. Guys, I had to edit this a few times just to avoid using some words that I don't want to use here, because that's how wrong that was. It's bad enough to get put in that situation when you are a school kid being told essentially you can't make the grade without lying. Now imagine being the person who is trying to make a living. You can't make a living without lying. And I'm sorry, but there are people who are saying that to businesses. And the stakes are a whole lot higher. And look, even in high school, I would go so far as to say I have to question how many of those students really believed what they were writing on that paper. The difference between me and them is they were willing to write those words for that grade. Imagine if people are willing to do that for a grade, what they're going to do for the difference between whether or not they can make a living. The point is, absolutely nobody should ever be in favor of curtailing or censoring or otherwise removing free speech. The greatest protection against lies is for the truth to be able to come to the surface organically, and the truth eventually will come to the surface organically no matter what people try to do to stop it. No amount of repeating any lie will ever make it the truth, and no policy from any company or industry or government can ever change that. What repeating those lies often enough can do is cause them to function as a curse on the people who spoke them initially, on the people who repeated them, and on the people who believed them. Those who are trying to stop or curtail free speech, they may in fact believe that if they repeat a lie enough times, it will somehow become a truthful statement. The problem is it's their loss that they believe that lie, and they shouldn't be making it your loss or my loss or anybody else's loss for that matter. Any government official that ever talks about wanting to build a consensus so that they can govern by means of censorship, removal of free speech, or curtailing in any way, shape, or form of free speech, that is a government official that is looking more than likely to just simply force their opinions on everyone else, and they don't care what the will of the people actually is. In fact, they would like to remove the will of the people. And if they are saying that they're doing it for your own good, they're lying to you. Plain and simple. No artificial intelligence was involved in the making of this podcast. If you'd like to help keep an artist from starving, please make sure you subscribe, and obviously, you can also check out the links I will have placed in the description, and I will see you next time.